The morning the girl stood up, the sun had barely climbed over the rooftops, spilling pale light through hospital windows that had seen too many disappointments. For 3 years she had not taken a single step, not after the accident, not after the surgeries, not after the promises made by billionaire doctors whose confidence cost more than hope itself. Everyone said it was impossible now. Everyone except one exhausted single father who refused to stop believing. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and ordinary people doing extraordinary things, take a moment right now to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel Life Spark Stories. Your support helps stories like this reach hearts that need them. Armin Halevy had never planned to be a hero. He was a widowed single dad who worked long daytime shifts repairing bicycles in a small roadside shop. His hands were always stained with grease, his back permanently bent, his pockets permanently light. His daughter, Myria, was 8 years old when a speeding bus crushed their car at an intersection under a bright noon sky. Armin walked away bruised. Myria didn't walk away at all. The injury left her legs unresponsive, and despite months in pristine hospitals and consultations with world-famous specialists, the verdict grew colder each time. Limited recovery, permanent damage. Learn to accept it. Myria's mother, Saline, tried to stay strong, but hope drains faster when daylight keeps exposing the same truth. She spent her days by the window of their small apartment, watching other children run to school while her daughter lay still. Each failed treatment hollowed her further. Saline cried quietly, folding clothes that never got dirty from outdoor play, smiling for Myria and breaking down alone. Armin refused to accept the end of the story. Every morning before work, in the clean light of day, he lifted Myria gently and stretched her legs the way he remembered a physical therapist doing once before insurance ran out. He studied free medical lectures at night, borrowed outdated textbooks, watched grainy videos, and learned anatomy the hard way. His methods were clumsy, imperfect, and unpaid. He built makeshift braces from bicycle parts, adjusted them again and again, never giving up even when Myria cried from frustration or exhaustion. Progress was invisible for months. Then one afternoon, during a quiet practice session by the open window, Myria's toe twitched. It was barely a movement, something doctors would dismiss as reflex. Armin felt his chest tighten. He did not celebrate. He did not tell Saline. He simply kept going, patient, methodical, loving. Weeks passed. Myria learned to sit upright without support. Her core grew stronger. Armin timed each session around daylight so she could see the world moving, reminding her what she was working toward. Saline watched silently, afraid to believe again. Every past hope had ended in collapse. Then came the morning that changed everything. Sunlight filled the room, warm and steady. Armin fitted the braces one last time, hands shaking despite years of steady labor. He positioned Myria between the parallel bars he had welded himself. He stepped back, ready to catch her. For the first time, he didn't touch her. Myria stood. Her legs trembled like leaves, but they held. The room went silent except for Saline's sharp breath as she froze in the doorway. Myria took one step, then another. It wasn't graceful. It wasn't perfect. It was real. Saline collapsed to her knees, sobbing so hard she couldn't breathe. Years of bottled grief poured out under the bright sky, tears soaking the floor as she reached for her daughter, afraid the moment would disappear if she blinked. Armin stood there, unable to move, finally letting himself cry in daylight for the first time since the accident. Doctors later called it improbable recovery. Media called it a miracle. Armin called it time, patience, and love that refused to quit. He never sued the hospitals or blamed the specialists. He understood they had rules and limits. He had none. Myria walked into school months later under a clear blue sky, holding both her parents' hands. No cameras, no applause, just the quiet triumph of a family reclaimed. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like the video, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to Life Spark Stories so more light-filled moments like this can reach the world. Before the ending, we have a special request for you. Please comment the word believe if you think love can do what money and fame cannot.